How do you start a business when you have no money? Well, hello there. Oh, I didn't see you there. Hey guys, did you miss me yet? I know you did. I know. Even I missed watching myself. Hi guys, how are you? How have you been? Today we're going to be talking about a video that a lot of you have requested for me to talk about. No, I'm lying. Nobody requested for this video, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because I think it will be useful for all of you, and I'm sure you've seen it from the title of the video. So this video is not for you if you've already started your business, but if you're looking to kind of remind you of why you started and stuff like that, then, you know, stay tuned. But ultimately, if you want to start a business and you don't know where to start, this video is perfect for you because we're going to talk about the basics, like right down to the basics, dummy level. Don't get offended, it's okay to be a dummy level, right down to the basics. All right, so you woke up, you want to start a business, or you saw a friend doing a business and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna start my own business. What do you want to do? That's something that has to come from you. That's something that I or anyone can't really help you with. They can tell you what you like to do and what they think you'd be good at, but ultimately the choice of what you want to do and what you're passionate about comes from you. So yeah, so what do you want to do? I mean, some people are really good at doing their own hair, or they realize they're always the one doing their friends' hairs at school or on their lunch break and stuff like that. You know, people like that would tend to go into hair. Surprisingly, not always, you know, but you know, people like that tend to go into hair. There's makeup, there's eyelashes, there's personal training, there's selling products only, there's, you know, creating a company. If you know you've got a huge network of friends or you can't really think of any skills you have, you can like use them. Like you can be the supplier, you can be the plug, the go-to. So, you know, I'm gonna hook you up with that person, I'm gonna hook you up with that person. So technically you're acting as a company that provides the right person. I can't remember what you call that kind of company, but the company that provides the right type of person. You're basically making money from being the middleman, from providing someone with the person that they require, or the right person for the job. So, you know, you could end up being that if you know that, you know what, I can't find any skills I have, but I know that, you know what, I'm good at networking. I have a huge amount of friends that are doing stuff that are wonderful, and you know, how can I make money from this? Oh, you know what, I'll be the plug. So X over there needs a hairstylist, I've got the right hairstylist for you. Y over there needs a personal trainer, I've got a personal trainer for you. So I'm that go-to guy. You can be the go-to guy and get paid for it. Anyway, that's a little bit about how to kind of get what you want to do, but ultimately find what you're passionate about. Research. When people say research, I think it's very important to actually tell you what you're researching about. You're researching about what you like. It's not just like, okay, you know what, I'm good at hair, I like doing hair, but do you really like hair enough to pursue it as a career, as a business, you know, that you're going to have on the side? Because it does get hard sometimes, and you need to be able to find what you're passionate about that you can keep going even when times are a bit hard. Now we're going to go to the next point. Okay, so the next point usually is the name of the business, but I think that actually comes a bit later on. I think once you start to do a business plan, which we'll come to, you start to get an idea of the name. So I'll tell you what I think should come next. What I think should come next is the problem that you're trying to solve. So what problem is you talking about? Okay, there's always a problem that you should be trying to solve as a business person. So for example, with Takers Club, I feel like a lot of people associate fitness with physical health and they completely neglect mental health, which has a lot to play on not just your mental health but also your physical health. Like literally they're both intertwined. And I also realized that because we live in such a fast-paced world, and it's all such it's a takeaway world where you go to the shops, you don't really have time to eat, you just take it away, or you know, mobile world where you want the service to come to you. So I provide services to my clients in their home so they don't have an excuse as to why they can't get to the services or why they can't get to their personal training session or the sports massage. I come to you, we come to you. And also, like I said, people live in that takeaway world where not everyone can get up and go to the gym. Not everybody can also actually afford it as much as we like to think. Not everyone can afford it. So knowing that I can bring you equipment to your house and you can use it, I can give you ebooks that you can use at your house. Now, what's different about the Takers Club is that we're very, very much trying to focus on self-love and body positivity. So we're not just like, you need to look like me, you need to look like the next person. You need to be the best version of yourself. And that's, I feel, that's a big problem that we're trying to solve. It's just like self-image is such a big thing nowadays, and is a thing that with the world of social media. Everyone is so engulfed with people doing surgery, people doing all sorts. Now you can do whatever you want to do with your body. This video is really not about all of this, but at the same time, as long as you love yourself and you know that whatever you're doing is going to make you happy, ultimately, like deep down make you happy, then go for it. Who am I to tell you what to do with yourself? Anyway, that's what you're trying to do. Now coming back to you, let's say you wanted to do hair. I mean, I would use the example of some people don't have time to get to the barbers because the queue is ridiculous. You call someone and they come with a truck with all the equipment inside, and they come and like cut your hair right in front of your house. I mean, that's solving a big problem. That's the problem right there. Nigerian food is hard to cook. Nobody has time for that. You have I Go Chop, which has like branches all around. It's like fast food takeaway. You go in there, pick up your food, and you go. And there's like little seats where you can sit down there. But it's mostly like creating takeaway African food, which was a big thing here. We didn't really have too much of. So that's also solving a problem. There's so many things that you can think of to just make your packaging slightly different. Just tweak it a little bit. It could be because, like, you know, like with packaging, whenever I send an order to a client, I always make sure I leave a special note because it shows that extra little touch that you care about your customers and it's not just money to you. Like, there's more to it and it's more personal to you, and that's very important. So I always try and leave a message to kind of get them to have a good day. You know, if you never know, because like that little message you've written could make someone's day, could make someone's week. You never know what they could have been going through, and they got a positive message from you and it would change everything. So, you know, think of a problem you can solve and try and solve it through the business. Guys, we're looking at the next point now, which is your target audience. Now, who is your target? Are you targeting young people? Are you targeting college students? Are you targeting mothers, fathers, anyone? Who's your target audience? You know, once you kind of get your niche, you know, then you know how to, first of all, you can do adverts specifically for that. You could say, you know what, I only want to target people that play football, because that way you can actually like solidify your niche. You know what you're after, you know where you're going to go to promote your brand, you know where you're going to go to advertise your products, you know who you're trying to give your products to. Imagine me going to an advertisement company that does only hair on their page and telling them to promote my brands. It doesn't make any sense, because people are there to look at hair. They're not there to look at anything else. So if I was to do that, I would be wasting money, because I actually don't have my target audience there. There might be my target audience that are also interested in hair and bands, resistance bands, but you would want to go where there's more fitness people, because they're more likely to be interested in the bands, because that's why they're on the fitness page. So you want to know your target audience, and this also links into, would you buy from your own company? Would you buy from your company? This company that you're creating, you need to think of it as the ultimate company that you would go to buy that product. So let's say I wanted to get my hair done. The services you're providing me, that you're planning to provide people, would you take that service? Would you accept that from someone? If you wouldn't pay for that service, what makes you think people will pay to have you give them that same service if there's people doing it out there better than you? Again, this now goes back to researching. Check other people around you. Check people that are doing way better than you, people that have been doing it for a while. Look at the pages, look at the Instagram, contact them for products, you know, act as a customer, or actually go there and be their customer. See how they place everything and how they run things. See what you like, take it, and what you don't like, you don't have to take it. It's not everything that you're going to like about a company. That's where you can now add your own little sauce and make it yours, you know. So find what people have been doing, look at it, and literally scrutinize it, because that's how you're going to get what you feel like you can offer. And until you do that, you can't really solve a problem if you don't really understand what the market, again, the target audience, you need to know. Now, if you know your target audience, you can then study your target audience and people that have already been, you know, catering to your target audience, what the current problem is. You can see that. Then you can now know, you know what, this is the problem I'm trying to solve. This is exactly what I feel like I need to offer. That's a bit different from what everyone else is doing. Or you know what, everyone's doing exactly the same thing. I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna have just real life people on my page. I'm gonna do it and I'm just gonna have just models on my page. I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna just have you know, whatever it is that you're going to use to make it that little bit extra or that little bit different. So when they come on your page or they see your work, they know that, oh, this is X, this is this person. I know their work separately because they leave a quote with every post, they leave a motivational message with every post, or they leave this bright yellow color all over their work. You can see it, you can tell them from far that this is X. You know, you want that to be said about your company, because that's how people remember you. And remember, people are visual, so you need to give them something visual, or something they can read, something they can touch, that comes with your package, that they will, you know, like hold on to and remember you for. Now guys, we've talked a little bit about all the thinking you should be doing. Now all of this, you need to write it down. You need to have a little booklet that you carry around with you everywhere, because you never know where that, you know, idea is gonna pop into your head, and you need to note it down. So have a tiny little book and a pen or pencil around with you all the time. It's so important, guys, and have that with you, because this whole idea you've been writing down is going to make your business plan. So when you then make your business plan, you've got all of this solidified because you've done your research, right? You've done your research. You can now write all these things down and create yourself a short-term goal of where you want to be in 6 months, where you want to be in a year, where you want to be in 3 years, where you want it to be in 10 years. Now, all of this sounds like I'm just making up stuff, but if you actually have a passion for what you're doing and you have order in terms of what you're trying to do, it becomes easier for you to set goals and be like, you know, in 6 months time I want to have made X amount, I want to have X amount of followers, or I want to have this amount of people that know about my brand already, I want to have gone to X amount of networking events. Network. I'm not gonna go into that today, but that's another thing that you need to make sure that you're doing. Your business plan needs to start now, not only when you need funding or you need help from people. Now to the last point, guys, we're going to talk about funding. How do you start a business when you have no money? This is going to be a video that I can do a long, exhaustive episode of it or whatever in another video, but for this video I'm going to just talk briefly about funding. And I'm just going to say, when you want to start a business, you don't need a huge capital. When I started personal training, the capital I needed was for the course, personal training course, and once I did that, I just literally started. I started working in the gym. At this point, what you may have is time. Use your time as your money, and there's a lot of people that are okay to trade by barter. So if it's hair, start doing hair, do it a little bit cheaper than the next person, still give that extra touch, you know, that would make people remember you, that, oh, you know what, even though the prices was really cheap, I still got this really good service. You know, do stuff like that that'll have you, you know, just like you've left that little bit of like memory in that person's head. You know, you've left something in that person's mind, and whenever they remember you, they remember that service that you gave them. Start thinking like that, and that's how you can start to build up your money. A company that's going to invest in your business needs to see that you have something for them to invest in. But the best place to start is to start with your family. You could ask them to support you by posting your work, by sharing your work, by commenting on your posts. All these things are still important. It doesn't always have to be financial funding. It could be however else they can support you. So guys, that's the video for today. This is what I feel like you need to definitely think about first when you're starting a business. I hope this video has been helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.